Look up at the scoreboard. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. But then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line. They're going to motion Dotson to the left. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Second down, another run with Taylor. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block, or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now an option play on 2nd down. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there, and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. And they're going to motion Dotson to the left. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
They go play action with Jackson. Out to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. So here's a 3rd and 14.
Jackson now. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Kick is good, and it's 3-0 Washington. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. 7 yards there and a first down. Now they'll audible to something else. Back to throw now on first down. And he fires one incomplete. The Vikings had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these 2 probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Well, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Back to throw again. Sets up the screen to Robinson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw again.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line.
A good pickup there at 22.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Robinson will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas, right?
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Jackson's going to try the sneak. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, that wound up backfiring. Instead of handing it to your workhorse fullback or running back, they went quarterback sneak, and now they have to punt it away.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
Yeah, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This is 2nd and 8.
Play action. It's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From midfield now, here's Jackson.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Daniel Whelan now.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And it's taken in at the 9.
And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this 3rd quarter at their own 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
He'll buy some time right. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Completes this to Addison out left. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Now 2nd and 5.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Sky Moore.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's Jackson. High throw, but he makes the catch. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Now it's Jackson. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson. Buying time to his left.
Just a crazy throw there, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings 1st down as a tackle made at the 42. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, it looks like they'll move things around here. Second and 2. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Lamar changing the look. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Jackson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
They go play action now. Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Out left to Dotson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Kenny Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Robinson with another carry. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have a Viking first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Robinson up the middle. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Vikings, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.